Hello everyone and welcome to Neptune's Child Tarot. My name is Monique and this is my second tarot channel here on YouTube. My main tarot channel is Moon Moth Goddess. So if this reading does resonate for you, I encourage you to also check out my other channel as I do have a bunch of other pick a card readings posted there as well. So today's pick a card reading, we are focusing on what is the most important action for you to take at this time. I've actually already recorded the piles for you guys, and there were some really beautiful messages that came through. So if you do feel drawn to more than one pile, that is perfectly okay for this reading. You may have messages that are kind of sprinkled across whatever, ones that you do feel drawn to. So pile number one, you are going to be the Chariot of Ascension. And it says spiritual work and the higher initiate. Okay, and that is going to be with this little amethyst heart for pile number one. What is the most important action for you to take? Pile number two, you are going to be the Pillar of Light. And it says Descent of the Star of Isis. And that is going to be with this carnelian for pile number two. And then pile number three, you are going to be the Lunar Queen, she of the Celestial Crescent, and that is with this sunstone for pile number three. So what is the most important action for you to take at this time? If you're finding that one of the piles after you listen, it doesn't really resonate with your energy, feel free to choose a different pile, or you can also check out one of the other readings that I do have posted for you guys. So what is the most important action for you to take? Pile number one, the amethyst little heart with the Chariot of Ascension. Pile number two, the Pillar of Light with the carnelian. And then pile number three, the Lunar Queen with the sunstone. Timestamps will be down below, and I will see you guys at your reading. Hi, pile one. So those of you that resonated with the Chariot of Ascension card and this little amethyst crystal, this is going to be your reading today. So I'm just going to set this aside over here, and we're going to look at your tarot first, and then we'll see how this message of this card is kind of playing into your reading. So our pick a card today is what is the most important action for you to take? What is the most important action for you to take at this time? And I will have all of the decks that I'm using today listed down below for you guys in the description box. What is the most important action for pile number one to take? Okay, so we do have the Eight of Wands, which is Sagittarius energy. And the Eight of Wands is literally talking about movement, action, energy in motion. It could even be surrounding some type of communication. Let's see here. What is the most important action for pile number one to take? Sometimes the Eight of Wands can talk about travel, movement, okay? We do have the Knight of Wands. Okay, so we have more fire sign energy here, Aries and Leo as well. What is the most important action for you to take? We have the Star. We do have Aquarius energy. Wow. Okay. So this message is quite clear for many of you that chose this pile. Okay. especially with this card here, the Chariot of Ascension. I feel like many of you that chose this pile are light workers, healers, psychics, mystics, mediums. And I feel like many of you have a purpose, which is something that's coming out through here. Natural healers. Okay. So I'm noticing we do have both the Star and Temperance here. Both of these can be about healing. Okay. Temperance is also about finding balance. It's the process of alchemy, creation, manifestation, co-creation with the universe. And then we have the Star here as well. The Star is also about healing and about choosing to shift more into an energy of optimism, faith, trust, belief. And it even looks like she's doing, as she's kind of using the water over her head, you know, pouring it out of this little vessel here, like she's kind of doing this clearing of her own energy. So yeah, I really love this here. The Knight of Wands is about passion and about pursuing passions, desires, goals, dreams. And you, like I said, you have the Eight of Wands here. So I am feeling that this is Spirit wanting you to take some type of action towards healing, clearing of your energy, maybe even purifying of your energy. And I feel like taking action. Some of you are needing to literally take action towards your healing work, your healing abilities. So we'll see what else is here. The Star is also very, very spiritual energy. So is Temperance. The Knight of Wands is this extension of our spiritual energy. The Wands in general, our spiritual energy. Okay. The Knight of Wands, I also look at this as a light worker card. So that's where I'm kind of seeing here. Some of you are just naturally gifted healers, and it makes sense. And I will talk about this in a second. But let's see what else is coming through here. What is the most important action for you to take? And it could be that you know, Spirit is wanting you to take action towards your, you know, your healing, you finding that balance and harmony from within the self. Okay, so let's see what else. Yeah, we've got some strong Sagittarius energy coming through. What is the most important action? I'm getting, for some of you, travel. Okay, travel. The Knight of Wands can speak of traveling. Like I said, the Eight of Wands also. Movement, okay, action. Expansion, I'm getting also with the Sagittarius energy. We have the Six of Cups. I'm feeling for some of you this is working on healing the inner child as well. Okay, working on healing the past. What is the most important action for pile number 1 to take? We also have the Three of Wands, okay, which, yes, is a card of expansion, growth. I don't know, I'm kind of getting this energy as leveling up. The Three of Wands is about foresight. It is about thinking and planning for the future. Okay, your next steps. What is the most important action for pile 1 to take? We also have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune is also about going with the flow. Okay, going with the flow in which Spirit is really guiding you at this time. And then we also have the Five of Cups. Yeah, so I'm definitely getting Five of Cups energy, Six of Cups. For many of you, this is healing. Okay, huge message about healing for you. And maybe this is Spirit saying there are still some things here, right, from the past. The Five of Cups can talk about grief, pain, loss, lots of very heart-heavy type of feelings and energy. And I feel like with Temperance being here, right, with the Five of Cups there, it is about transmuting that energy. Okay, so yeah, that is a huge message that is also coming through here. Is what I'm getting. Yeah, and you guys have what? 1, 2, 3 major arcana here. 2 of which, like I said, are about healing here. Healing. The star is also about, I'm feeling for some of you working towards manifesting your dreams. Okay? Because the star is about wish fulfillment, happiness, feeling that blissful type of energy that we can feel a sense of peace and resolution from the things that we've gone through, the things from the past. And like I said, this clear message here with the 6 of Cups is for many of you to really work on healing the inner child. Okay? It's definitely a message that's coming through. So we're going to talk about this Chariot of Ascension. And basically what this is here for you, pile number 1, is to... And this is, I feel like for those of you that, like I said, that chose this pile, I feel like you are very spiritual people, okay? So the Chariot of Ascension is about you leveling up, advancing your spiritual practice. And we do have a Merkaba here, okay? So I'm just going to read a little bit about this. This is from the Isis Oracle. To kind of tell you a little bit about this message. But yes, basically this is about you advancing your spiritual practices, okay? Like I said, the star, temperance here, incredibly spiritual, spiritual cards, especially within the major arcana. These are 2 huge energies of healing and harmony and balance, okay? So the Merkaba, it says spiritual work of the higher initiate, and it says your soul wishes to travel more freely between the dimensions of higher reality. This is to allow for conscious spirit communication, the free flow of soul light into the physical body, and the joining in divine harmony of heaven and earth. It requires a powerful consciousness to do this. The Merkaba, Chariot of Ascension, and Soul Fire is the spiritual gift to attain these divine purposes now, available to you as a high initiate. Okay, so it says there are times when the soul becomes ambitious and wishes to live its entire light in conscious oneness with all expressions of its being, including its physical body. It may wish to do so simply because it is the nature of all beings to eventually realize themselves as divine, or because it needs specific new skills to be available to the human expression in the physical body, so it can continue with its divine purpose. Those skills might be channeling divine energy or consciousness for healing, traveling, right? Both of which are here, between the worlds for conscious spirit communication. Gaining greater artistic or creative ability because it feels wonderful to create, or any number of other purposes, okay? So it says this oracle brings you guidance that a special spiritual practice has come or is soon coming to your attention that will help your soul reach you more fully. It will be an advanced practice, and it will serve you well at this time in your journey to reach the higher levels of capacity and spiritual responsibility that are available to you as a high initiate. Peace to you, beloved. Your spiritual work on this planet is greatly supported. Okay, so yes, it's like very, very, as I said, very spiritual energy that you have coming through. And I feel like many of you, it could be spirit kind of giving you that nudge to take action towards your own spiritual practice. Many of you, like I said, with the Knight of Wands energy here and the Temperance card, are naturally gifted healers, and this is time for you to really kind of step into that role that you, maybe this is, for some of you, like I said, your divine purpose here is as a healer. Okay, so that's what spirit is basically wanting you to take action on at this point, right? Healing yourself, right? Working on your healing, coming up with some type of spiritual practice that works for you. And if that is outside help, right, that you're connecting with someone who's able to do healings for you, or that you actually are focused on taking action towards healing your inner child, and healing any of those, like I said, sometimes very challenging feelings and emotions, okay, to really kind of work through those type of energies. The Wheel of Fortune is also about us being at a turning point in our life, right? Cycles, changes, and so many of you, this is really kind of at this point in your life right now where healing is important. I feel like to your practice or to your well-being, to your mental health, you know, and definitely worth it for you to kind of start, I feel like, expanding. Like I said, with this here, it's advanced energy. So it's definitely a level up, okay? And encouraging you, right, with the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Wands energy here to expand, explore, you know, your creativity, working with manifestation, right? The process of alchemy, co-creation with the universe, okay? So I'm also seeing Scorpio and Taurus energy here as well, and Aries. Okay, so let's see. What is the most important action for pile number 1 to take at this time? The most important action for pile 1 to take. Okay, so we do have express yourself creatively, start something new, and it says, what creative pursuit do you feel drawn to? So what is the most important action for pile 1 to take? Okay, so we have nothing real can be threatened. How can you actively participate in creating heaven on earth? Okay. So yeah, to me, looking at your Temperance card here, it is about you working towards co-creating the life that you truly wish to live. Okay. Nothing real can be threatened. To me, that's kind of like meaning the things that are meant for you, the things that you're meant to align with, the things that you're meant to have and create within this lifetime, they cannot be taken away from you, right? If you're destined to be aligned with certain things, there's no worry about whether or not this is the path or this is, you know, the doubt that kind of comes into your mind, okay? So yeah, that's a really, really beautiful energy. So let's see what else. Pile number 1, what is the most important action for you to take, right? You can't mess up what's meant for you, is basically what Spirit's saying here. What is the most important action for pile number 1 to take? Oh. What is the most important action? We have transcendence. What is the most important action for pile number 1 to take? And then we have perception, okay? So that may even be shifting, right? Changing your perspective on the self, maybe on others, certain situations that you might be going through within your own life. And to me, kind of looking at this transcendence card, it almost looks like, I don't know, when I look at this card and I'm seeing how there's like 3 versions of her, it almost makes me feel like there is this transcendence of the ego, of the false self, is kind of what I get from that intuitively. And since this is a fairly new deck, I'm looking in to see what this says about this card. But yeah, to me, it's like, I don't know, transcending the old versions of self, ego, karma is kind of what I'm getting with that. If I can just find this. It's actually a really, I love the colors in this deck. So let's see, there it is. Okay. So it says, wherever you go, go with all your heart. And it says this card is here to let you know that you are entering a shift in your awareness and are elevating beyond your usual point of view. Interesting, because you have perception here too. Into a space of transcendence. You will begin to see the forest through the trees. Things that always looked one way might start to look a little different now, right? And I love that because you guys have this ascension, right? This advanced, you know, it's like you're, I don't know, maybe for some of you, you've kind of done a lot of healing work on yourself, and then this is now time for you to step into that role, right? It says, what was once big is now small, and what is small will seem enormous. You'll see a speeding up of signs in the physical and dream realm. Please pay attention, okay? Especially if you're having, right, a lot of dreams, seeing a lot of signs, a lot of synchronicities. Start to write them down, right? Keep a little journal. Keep a note, like if you're out and about and you're, you know, you don't have your journal with you or your you know, wherever you write your notes and stuff like that, put it in your phone, right? Little things that you notice and kind of start to see how Spirit is communicating with you, putting the little pieces of the puzzle together, right? So that you have certain epiphanies and realizations. So yeah, Spirit is saying, please pay attention because we're trying to communicate, right? It says transcending isn't always comfortable and can sometimes feel alarming, painful, and overwhelming. Rest assured that you're supported through the shift. Okay? So it says, I embody the energy of transcendence in heart, spirit, and mind. I trust all signs and embrace the new energies I continue to find, right? And we're seeing here with that Wheel of Fortune, like I said, this is kind of like this turning point in your life where there is, right, a tremendous amount of healing. And maybe through these healing, I'm also noticing that in this Transcendence card, it looks almost like there's tears that are kind of falling out of her eye, right? So maybe even through this healings that you're working towards, right? That this is helping you to gain a new perspective on life, on yourself, right? Things that didn't make sense before is starting, like you're starting to have like these epiphanies, realizations. To me, this also seems like activations, right? That you're receiving downloads from Spirit to help you to kind of your soul to align, which is, wow, this is really, really beautiful. Okay, so let's see what else. Pile number 1. What is the most important action? I almost feel like I want to move this up here. So we have room down at the bottom. Okay, so let's see. What is the most important action for pile number 1 to take? Okay, so we have Starseed. And it says, old soul with deep spiritual wisdom, here to evolve spiritually, important mission in life, right? So many of you may resonate as starseeds, but yeah, this is like, maybe this is you being initiated in some way into who you're meant to be, right? Maybe, like I said, I'm feeling that some of you that chose this pile, you are here with a specific purpose to heal, and I feel like raise the vibration of the collective consciousness, right? And that is through you. I feel like working on the self, mastering the self. Okay, very important missions. Let's see here, pile number 1. What is the most important action for you to take? We have ready here, and it says ready to do something. An opportunity is ripe. Now is the time. Okay, so we're definitely seeing that with the action. Okay, the action, putting energy in motion. We have friendship here, and it says someone offering their support, someone close to you, or your social circle, right? So that can even be, I'm seeing how there's this woman here with 2 in the background as well. So that can even be you connecting with others that are like-minded. Okay. Right? Networking, collaborating with others. We also have closing here, and it says come to the end of a phase, the conclusion of something, and completing a cycle, right? And we have the Wheel of Fortune here. The Wheel of Fortune is talking about the cycles of life. Okay? Changes, going with the flow, the cycles of life. So let's see what else. What is the most important action for pile number 1 to take at this time? We have the Mojo bag, and it says little things can make a big difference and make things happen, right? So maybe even paying attention to the details, right? Planning things. We're seeing the 3 of Wands. We have the crystal ball, and it's saying things are not always as they appear to be. Keep an open mind. Okay, so maybe even especially if there are certain opportunities that come your way and you're just like, I don't know. I don't know. But to me, that's like about you, right? Maybe there is a shift in perspective that's happening for you to be able to kind of look at things differently. Maybe that includes friends, right? Sometimes spiritual journeys, and which is really what I'm kind of feeling in this pile, spiritual journeys can be lonely, right? Especially you're going through awakening, and you've got all this stuff going on within inside of you. You feel different. You feel odd. You feel like no one understands you. And it can be hard to relate with people, especially as you start to really work on raising your own vibration. You feel that you no longer resonate with many people. And a lot of shifts start to happen in your life, you know? So yeah, that's what I'm kind of getting from that as well. Maybe that's why Spirit is also, right, encouraging you to explore, to expand, right? Expanding consciousness is really what I'm kind of seeing here. What is the most important action, right? And maybe if you feel like, okay, I'm not that spiritual, or I'm not really doing that much, maybe this is you kind of stepping it up, right? Incorporating more to feed your soul in your daily life versus feeding the ego, right? Making your soul happy. Does it make your soul happy, or is it making your ego happy? Think about the difference between the two of those, right? So that you can find that happiness from within the self. Okay? What is the most important action for pile number 1 to take? We have petition paper, and it says ask Spirit for assistance and it shall be granted, right? So maybe this is, for some of you, maybe even writing out little petitions for things that you're working towards manifesting, right? Within your life, asking your spirit guides, spirit team for assistance, right? With whatever these things are. I'm just going to take this one. We have the witch hat here, and it says you've always had the power. You just have to believe it and own it. Okay? I love that. So let's see. What is the most important action for pile 1 to take? We have knowledge, and it says gift of knowledge to inform others, studying, learning, to know, ancient wisdom, right? So this can, like I said, it's maybe you are learning more, right, about yourself. You're learning more about your practices. I don't know. Maybe for some of you that are like, okay, what is a Merkaba? Learn about a Merkaba. Learn about how that can really help you, right? Think about what your passions are, what your goals are, what your dreams are, right? That 3 of Wands energy is about, like I said, foresight. We're thinking ahead. We're planning, right? It could even be that for some of you, that have healing, right, gifts, the abilities, natural healers, gifted healers, right? People that have gone to, say, school to become Reiki healers or shamanic healers, whatever you feel called to, right? Maybe this is you sharing that knowledge and wisdom with other people, okay? Teaching others, maybe even. What is the most important action for pile 1 to take? We have union, and it says doing something with someone, coming and working together, collaborating. And that's what we're already seeing here, right? Maybe many of you are meant to work, find your soul tribe, right? Connect with them, other people who are on the same path, right? Also healers, are also really working on leveling up their spiritual practice, their ascension, their consciousness, right? We also have the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Things working in your favor. A lucky moment, phase, a situation, fate, destiny, and change, right? So the Wheel of Fortune is about fate, destiny, karma, cycles, turning points, right, in our life. So maybe for some of you, like I said, I was getting this energy earlier. Many of you are destined to be healers, right? This is your path. This is Spirit saying it's time to go. It's time to take action, right? Let's see here. What is the most important action for pile number 1 to take? We have Master Witch, and it says you will master your craft, whatever that is, right? It says start cultivating your success story. Okay. So what is the most important action for pile 1 to take? We have Love Key Magic, and it says a closed heart is now open. You're the key to someone's heart, right? So maybe for some of you, this could be that some of you could maybe even be manifesting new love into your life, right? Or maybe if there were some emotional blockages that you were kind of working through, this is you opening your heart up more to the energy of unconditional love, okay? Or it could literally be telling you that you are the key to someone's heart. Let's see here, right? Aligning you with your destiny, with the Wheel of Fortune. We have the altar here, and it says protect your personal space. And it also says your boundaries are being violated, right? So for some of you, that can be a need for you to really make sure, right, that you set healthy boundaries with family members, with friends, anyone, right, that you've got around you. You learn to say no and be okay with it. We also have crystals here, and it says the impossible is possible now. There's a rare opportunity event happening, okay? And I've already seen a couple messages with that about some type of opportunity coming in for you. Another message about dreams. Your dreams are protected, and also pay attention to your dreams, okay? There's something that Spirit is giving to you through the dreams that you need to pay attention to, right? Maybe this is going to help you to change or shift, right? Perspective, awareness, changes. And I feel like many changes that are taking place within you, right? Okay, so these are going to be the last messages, pile number 1. What is the most important action for you to take? We have say no. Say no to toxic connections, say no to tainted offers, and any influences around you that are harmful. Okay? So kind of like I was saying earlier. Be comfortable, get comfortable with saying no to people, right? Especially if you're working on your own stuff and you are a recovering people pleaser like I am, recovering people pleaser, learn to say no and just be okay with it. Not feel guilty. What is the most important action? It's making me think of starting like a support group People Pleasers Anonymous or something like that. So we have illuminate here. And it says people are drawn to your radiant energy and who you are. That spotlight is shining your way as you reach the top. Right? So yeah, this is powerful. A powerful pile. I love this. This is basically Spirit saying you're meant to shine. You're meant to shine your light for others. That is why this ascension of your soul, elevating your consciousness, your awareness. Like I said, to me, that looks like transcendence of the ego, of the false self, of you tuning into your soul, right? Dismantling the ego, changing, shifting perspective. And yeah, many of you, I'm getting like, this is your purpose. This is your divine purpose, right? Aligning with your destiny. And for many of you, it is healing. It is manifestation. It is you being a creative. It is you creating your wealth, your abundance, especially with the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune can bring in some beautiful energy, the flow, right? Being in the flow. So yeah, this is Spirit saying here, it's time to shine your light. People are being drawn to you, right? Some of you may even feel like you're magnets for people that need healing, right? Need healing. So that's also a need for boundaries too, right? People come and dump all of their stuff on you, you know, learn to say no. Like, I don't have the emotional availability for this right now, you know? Let's see. What is the most important action? We also have wait, and it says don't feel rushed to make a decision right now. Spend time alone meditating upon what truly makes you happy. What is the most important action for you to take? Let's just say that, like, if some of you have a certain opportunity, don't say yes right away. Take some time, right? Take some time, especially if it's like a collaboration with other people, you know? Don't say no right away out of fear. I feel like take some time to really think about if it's something that you want, okay? What is the most important action for pile 1 to take? Your heart calling. Reveal your heart's calling. You have everything you need, and now is the time to follow your heart's desire. Okay? So yeah, this is time to follow, you know, destiny, purpose, whatever your heart's calling is. This is time for expansion, growth, elevation, ascension, activations, all of that good energy. Okay? So I'm going to leave it here for you, pile number 1. I hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, pile 2. So those of you that resonate with the Pillar of Light and the Carnelian, this is going to be your reading. So I'm just going to put this over here until we bring out your tarot messages. So our question today for our pick a card is, what is the most important action for you to take? So let's get into your reading. What is the most important action for pile number 2 to take at this time? And I will have all of the decks that I'm using today listed down below in the description box, but for the most part they are from Amazon and Etsy. Pile number 2, what is the most important action for you to take? Most important action for pile number 2 to take. Okay, so we do have the star. So we do have Aquarius energy. We have strength. We have the Two of Swords. What is the most important action for pile number 2 to take? We also have the Two of Wands. Okay, so I'm already seeing here there is a decision or choice to be made. I'm not sure what it is about. We might try to get a little bit more information on that, but let's see. Okay, so we have the Tower. Okay, so there's a decision, I feel like, surrounding some type of a need for releasing something. Okay. Release with the Tower. What is the most important action? For pile number 2 to take. Wow, we have the Empress. You guys, we already have 4 major arcana for you. What is the most important action for pile number 2? We have the Ace of Pentacles. And then, wow, we have the Sun. So now we have 5 major arcana. So I'm just going to put this over here for a second. Okay. So we have the Star. We have Aquarius, Leo, Libra, Aries. We have the Tower energy, which potentially could be Scorpio, I believe, Aries. We have Libra and Taurus with the Empress. We have Capricorn energy, and then we also have more Leo. Okay, so you have 5 major arcana. So this is major stuff that Spirit is kind of wanting you to work through. So I am seeing here the Ace of Pentacles is talking about a new beginning, an opportunity, taking this opportunity. And the Star energy is going to, I'm sorry, not the Star, the Tower is about release. There's a glare here, you guys. So I'm going to put it over there. Hopefully that's better. Okay. So yeah, the Tower is a need for us to release something. Let something go. That could be something that is no longer in alignment for us, right? That could be a job. It can be a friendship. It can be a relationship. It can be a way of thinking. It can be a self-limiting belief. The Tower is a wake-up call, okay? It is a huge shift. It can be something that creates turmoil, chaos, upheaval, destruction within our life to shake us up, right? To have us go through some type of epiphany or realization about something that we are trying to hold on to that may not necessarily be meant for us. And I feel like this energy is beautiful. I feel like although the Tower energy can be sometimes, because of that shift or that change, the change can be scary, right? We can be afraid of it. But I feel like with the Star being here, whatever this is that Spirit is kind of giving you some type of epiphany or realization about. The Tower is card number 16 and the Star is card 17. Okay. So basically the Tower is the storm, right? The chaos, the destruction. The Star is the calm after the storm. So this is basically telling you here that there is something that you're needing to let go of, something that you're needing to release, right? And because this is a general reading, of course, it's going to be different for all of you. I am feeling I need to get another deck though. And the Star energy is really letting you know that everything is going to be okay, right? It's going to be okay. That a need for you with the Star energy to have trust, faith, belief that whatever this is that Spirit is trying to remove from your life is to serve your highest good. Okay, I'm trying to make sure that this deck that I'm using is going to be YouTube safe, hopefully. Maybe I should just go with a regular Rider-Waite and I won't have to worry about editing later. So we'll do that. But I see we have both the Two of Swords and the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is about being at a crossroads in our life and having to choose a path, a direction. The Two of Swords can sometimes be when we are keeping ourselves blinded to some type of truth. You know, keeping ourselves willfully blind, right? Something that we're needing to do, some type of decision or choice that we're needing to make. And it can also be when we feel kind of stuck at a place of indecision, okay? And I feel like Spirit is wanting you to have courage, okay, because you do have strength here. This is about you having courage, and I'm also feeling confidence with the Sun energy here. To be able to make a decision and remove yourself from that place of stagnancy of the Two of Swords, okay? Because indecisiveness does lead to stagnancy in our life, okay? So you have the Ace of Pentacles here. This is some type of opportunity, and I feel like it's a golden opportunity looking at this little star in this hand here. And I'm looking at how this Empress, beautiful, how she has this energy ball in her hand, and she's also got the other hand up, almost like she's receiving this energy from Spirit, right? And it's kind of like she's receiving this message or this download or this spiritual energy and allowing that to kind of go through her body. And to me, that, you know, the Empress being about creation, birth, fertility, growth, you know, nurturing something, right? So the Empress is a beautiful feminine energy. Okay, it is the feminine energy that we all have within us, the power to create, the power to manifest, right? So I feel like with the Sun energy here, this is a beautiful energy of happiness, of joy, of completion, of fulfillment. Definitely a very spiritual energy here as well. So yeah, I'm feeling that this is surrounding you not being afraid to release or to let something go, and whatever that may be, so that you can move towards this type of new beginning, right? And really nurture those ideas that you do have to create something new, create opportunities, to manifest new opportunities, and to let go of that Two of Swords energy, right? They can create confusion, indecision, or like I said, sometimes we are blinded. We're keeping ourselves willfully blind to certain difficult decisions that we have to make, right? We can say go to a job every day that we hate, right? That we hate that job. We can't stand it. It's toxic. And it's just like, we know that it's not, this is not where we want to be, right? It's not what we want. But we choose to ignore it. We choose to keep going and keep staying at that job, even though it gives us a headache, it makes us feel stressed out. And that, to me, is not making that decision, right? About making a choice here with the Two of Wands to choose a new opportunity, one that will bring about more happiness here, right? So it's like Spirit's here kind of like giving you a wake-up call with the Tower to trust that nudge to break something down that is no longer meant for you, or something that wasn't meant for you in the first place, right? A Tower is something that happens by divine intervention of, you know, something that we may have been trying to build that wasn't really meant to be, right? Spirit trying to shake us off of this path that we're on, onto and into a new direction, okay? So let's see, we have, let's see, what is this Tower energy here? Why is the Tower here for pile number 2? Six of Swords, yeah. This is a need for moving on from something, okay? You may already know what it is, or it could be a need for you to really kind of take some time and really kind of go within the self about what you feel that you do need to move away from. Okay? The Six of Swords is a card of transition. Okay? The rites of passage. It's us going through this place in our life where we're letting go, right? And moving on to bigger and better. Let's see what else. Why is the Tower energy here for pile number 2? The King of Pentacles. Okay. So I feel like with this King of Pentacles energy here, many of you are meant to be very abundant, or to align yourself with abundance, with prosperity, you know, and it could really just be about you having the courage to just go for it, right? Just go for it. Being that we do have the Pentacles energy here, the Pentacles is talking about things within the physical world. So this could be families, friends, our house, our car. It is all of those things here. Could even be talking about health, right? But the King of Pentacles is very career, goal-oriented, all about taking certain risks in life in order to pursue those long-term goals, right? And for many of you, that is a financially stable, secure future. You know, you wanting to become this King of Pentacles. And this is Spirit saying you have the power within you to manifest these opportunities and to make it happen. It just takes you to move past that place of indecision and to actually make a choice, right? Because both of these energies, if we stay there too long, can create, like I said, stagnancy. It is about us having the courage and confidence within ourselves to say, I can do this, and I'm going to do this. Watch me, right? I'm going to create here. So let's see. So yeah, maybe some of you, it's leaving I don't know. King Pentacles is all about commitment. So this is whatever current, maybe there's a commitment that you have, right? I don't know. Maybe some of you, it is a relationship, a marriage, a job, some type of commitment that you have that maybe is no longer something that is in alignment with you. Okay, let's get one more. Why is the Tower here? Maybe for some of you, it's releasing beliefs about abundance, about money, right? That are not really helping you to achieve that level of abundance that you really want. Okay. Maybe you're afraid of taking a risk, right? And this is Spirit saying, take the risk. Why is the Tower energy here, right? Change, like I said, is uncomfortable. It's scary, right? We don't know how something's going to turn out. We have to trust. We have to have faith. Star energy. Okay. For some of you, this can be traveling, relocating with the Six of Swords. Judgment. Okay, so Judgment. This is about answering the call of your soul. Your soul's calling. Okay, that is a big decision. For some of you, yes, I am leaving a long-term commitment that you no longer feel is serving. No longer, I feel like maybe giving you what you need. Okay, I will say that for some of you. But yeah, maybe others of you, it is work, career. Why is the Two of Swords here? Three of Pentacles. Yeah, a lot of you, this is work. Okay, work environment. Maybe even for some of you, if you've been indecisive about whether or not you wanted to open your own business, your own thing, right? You being an entrepreneur. This is Spirit saying, do it. Go for it. Manifest this. Create this. Be more confident in yourself. Okay. What is this Two of Wands energy here? Right? Answer the call of your soul is what Spirit is saying. Take action towards answering the call of your soul. Queen of Swords. Okay. Two of Wands, we're making just a choice, a decision, right? The Queen of Swords is taking the approach of objectivity. We're looking at all the details, all the information in order for us to make a logical, rational decision. It requires a clear mind, a clear headspace. right? The Queen of Swords is about decisive action, planning, a vision that we have for a future. Okay? A need for you to also be honest with yourself, right? With the Queen of Swords. Do what is for your best and highest good with that Queen of Swords energy. Okay? Libra energy. What is this Two of Wands? Eight of Wands. So it's basically Spirit saying, get it in gear, right? Take action. Put that energy in motion. Planning, decisions. Let's do this is basically, right? What that is. Okay, so yeah, the Ace of Pentacles can be a new opportunity that Spirit is kind of bringing into you, right? And a need for you to take that opportunity that is there. Let's see what this can be for some of you. Why is the Ace of Pentacles here? The Lovers. Okay. Some of you, this can be literally a moving on to a new relationship, a new connection. The Lovers is also about a choice or decision, but a choice or decision that we're making from a place of our heart. What is our heart guiding us to do? Okay. So a new opportunity that our heart's desire is. Okay. We've got Gemini energy. Let's see what else. Why is the Ace of Pentacles here? Right? Maybe for some of you, it's new love. We have the Sun energy here again. Right? Making a decision of the heart that is going to bring happiness, fulfillment, joy, abundance. Right? Lovers is also about bringing your own energy into balance. Right? Finding union within the self. Right? Masculine, feminine energy. And you have the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is a new creative opportunity. And I'm seeing at the bottom, the Eight of Pentacles, work. Right? Or for some of you, college, taking a class, working on your studies. Right? Investing into yourself. The Ace of Wands is a spark, a creative spark, an idea, something that we feel inspired by. Right? That we really want to do, that's going to make us, our soul happy, right? Your soul's calling here. This is Spirit saying, go for it. Release what is no longer in alignment for you and trust that you're being led and being guided, right? Along your path. It's releasing. I kind of want to see what the Six of Swords energy is here. Why is the Six of Swords here? What is this Six of Swords energy here for pile number 2? You're Two of Swords again, right? So this is Spirit saying here, move away from indecision, right? Facing the truth of what you feel about a situation. Why is the Six of Swords here? Maybe it is a need for releasing stagnancy and indecision. Four of Pentacles, the Spirit saying there's something that you're holding on to. Afraid of taking a risk. For some of you, even scarcity mindset. Lack mentality. Clinging on to something that is no longer in alignment. Staying in the comfort zone. Afraid to take the risk into something greater. Right? Why is the Six of Swords here? Some of you are settling, right? Some of you are settling in something, settling for something, and keeping yourself blinded to that. And Spirit's saying, no more. Let it go. Release onto better. The Five of Wands. Maybe this is something that you've been feeling conflicted about. Maybe it's something that involves opinions even of other people that have made you feel confused or indecisive. Right? Maybe it's the change that's scary, because the Five of Wands is also about changes, challenges, right? Maybe for some of you, there's challenges with financial stuff. You know, like let's just say that you're at a job right now that you don't want, or you're going to school for something and you want to shift gears, right? Some of you can be stuck at a place of indecision because you're worried about money. The Six of Pentacles is saying ask for help. Ask for help. The Six of Swords, or I'm sorry, the Six of Pentacles can be about getting a loan, right? Receiving money, asking for help from someone else, parents, friends, loans. Okay. It's almost like Spirit saying here, put the action towards this change, this shift, and things will align for you. Trust the process. Okay. It's kind of what I'm seeing with this. So, okay, I'm just going to create a little space here. We're going to start working on the oracle messages. And we're going to start off with this pillar of light message here. And it says Descent of the Star of Isis. And this is from the Isis Oracle. So we're going to look at that first. And so you can see how this is kind of playing into your reading here. Let's see. Okay, so the pillar of light says beings of light and divinity are calling you now. They wish to connect with you more strongly, and you are being guided to strengthen your energy field to allow more of the divine light that seeks you to flow through your body safely and into expression. It says, beloved initiate, you are called to allow more divine energy and light to emanate from your body to help build your light body so that the love and healing of the cosmic feminine energies of the Star of Isis can descend through you, offering healing light and assistance to humanity, and setting your own heart and soul on fire with divine love and passion. It is suggested that you first build and strengthen your natural pillar of light within your energy body, like building a broadband cable so that you can receive energy transmissions into your being more easily. Without such preparation, it would be like trying to run high voltage electricity through wires that were not equipped to handle it. Some fire and damage would occur, and the practice would not be safe or sensible. The pillar of light is the energy tube of pure white light that connects the soul star chakra above your head and the earth star chakra beneath your feet. The Star of Isis will descend from above your soul star chakra, pouring in grace, light, and healing power until it eventually flows like a river into your earth star chakra, blessing the earth through your body, right? So it's basically you becoming a vessel for Spirit's energy to move through you, right? And I'm feeling like looking at the sun energy, which is beautiful. So the little thing that they have for this card, in case, of course, many of you are just like, okay, well, how do I do that? How do I do that? How do I prepare my body to receive that energy from Spirit? So it says, rest quietly in a space where you will not be disturbed and close your eyes. Imagine deep beneath you in the earth, there is a ball of radiant light. It rises up through your body, connects with your heart, and then flows out through the top of your head until it reaches a ball of radiant light hovering above your head. The light above your head begins to flow down to your heart and continues on until it reaches the ball of light beneath your feet in the earth. Allow this pattern of light ascending from the earth to the heart and out through the crown and descending from the crown to the heart and down to the earth. So it's kind of like you imagining this white energy ball of light, right? Rising up from the feet, the heart, the crown of your head, and then right back down again into the earth, right? Imagining that light, okay? So it says continue that process for several moments, breathing easily as you intend this to happen. After a few moments, you become aware again of the light above your head, and this time of a light beyond that. It glows and radiates great love. Allow this light to descend a little towards the crown of the head, towards your heart. Allow as much or as little of this light as wishes to come, trusting that it is intelligent and will flow with wisdom. When you are ready, imagine that the light beneath your feet in the earth becomes like a magnet, pulling all the light that has entered your being from above deep into the earth. Breathe into your heart, and when you are ready, just open your eyes, right? So it's kind of getting accustomed to that process of connecting with Spirit's energy and allowing that energy to process through the body, right? Very much like Reiki. Reiki energy, for those of you that are Reiki practitioners or Reiki masters, right? It is that process of that receiving that spiritual energy, right? And to me, that is your power, right? That is your power right here. Like I said, look at the Empress, right? She is receiving that energy from Spirit and in turn using that energy little ball to manifest, right? So to me, of course, it requires you to be confident in yourself, to have the courage, right? To make change, to create change and transformation, right? Within your life. So let's go into the other oracles. Pile number 2, what is the most important action? Leader of the light. It says, where are you being called to serve and support others, right? So some of you may even feel called to purposes that are service to others. Okay. Let's see. What is the most important action for pile number 2 to take? The most important action for pile number 2 to take. Prioritize self-love and care. When do you feel most nurtured and cared for? Right? And sadly, some of you would say, never. I never feel loved and cared for. Right? The Empress is all about nurturing the self. So prioritize self-love and self-care. What is the most important action? Right? The star energy is also about healing. What is the most important action for pile number 2 to take? We have resistance. And I'm just going to move these up here. Okay, so we have resistance. What is the most important action for pile number 2 to take? Resolution, right? So maybe even some of the things that you do feel confused by, decisions that you feel indecisive about, right? This is thinking of ways, finding ways, right? Manifesting, especially for those of you that do want change, you know, that are wanting to create change in your life. This is finding solutions, right? You're the Empress. You have the potential within you to be able to manifest, to be able to create. It is about you trusting in your power, in your magic, in you having the potential to co-create with the universe, mastering your dreams. Okay. And then you also have resistance here. Okay. So to me, it almost makes me feel there's a need for you to not try to force, right? Force certain things to fit. Being that you do have the tower here, the tower is about surrender. It's about release, right? So if there's something that you feel is just not in alignment for you, don't try to force it to be. Right? Surrender to the way in which the universe is leading you towards. And especially with the tower, right? Sometimes when we go through difficult things that create like change, like huge change in our life, we try to hold on to it. Right? We try to chase it. We try to, you know, hold on for dear life and not want to let it go. Right? And that is a need for you to, I feel like, to fully surrender, right? To whatever shift Spirit is trying to bring into your life. Okay? So let's see here, pile number 2. What is the most important action for you to take, right? The Ace of Wands here is, like I said, a creative spark, an opportunity to create something that you feel inspired by, and something that has potential in it, right? For it to develop and grow into something in the physical, right? What is the most important action for pile number 2 to take? We have concealment here, and it says something is kept hidden, or you're hiding from the world, you're hiding your true self, right? That's a need for you to let it out, right? Let your true self show. We also have the feminine. A woman will play a role, your feminine side or the feminine energy. And that's what we're seeing with the Empress, right? So the most important action is you tapping into the feminine energy to create. Okay? We have closing here, and it says, come to the end of a phase, the conclusion of something, and completing a cycle. Okay? So we can begin new. We have transformation. You're undergoing a dramatic change, separation from the old life, dying to the full self, right? Stepping into your authenticity. Let's see what else. What is the most important action for pile number 2 to take? We have crystals here, and it says ground yourself and align with the earth's increasing vibration, right? So especially for those of you that are wanting to work on your own energy, right? That through that process, right? To receive that energy. This is Spirit saying here, work on grounding, right? So that grounding is, you know, putting your feet in the earth, right? The dirt, the grass, helping you to kind of let go, right, of all those energies too, right, that are not so great that we're holding on to, right? So yeah, grounding here. What is the most important action for pile number 2 to take? We have the T reading, and it says, don't surround yourself with drama and gossip. No secret is safe. Okay. So maybe take a look at certain people, right, that are no longer in alignment with you, right? Maybe time to release and make new friends. We have the Witch, and it says, don't fear the unknown. Trust in your magical powers to bend reality, right? So that's kind of manifesting things in your favor, okay? At the bottom of the deck, we have the Pendulum, and it says, go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Take the risk. Okay, take the risk is what Spirit is saying here. Okay, so let's see. What is the most important action for pile number 2 to take? We have red salt, and it says, no dark energies can harm you. You're safe. Your enemies are blocked. We love to hear that. Right? I don't want any negative people around. People throwing out negative energy. We have the cauldron here, and it says something is brewing, troubles in the near future. So maybe for I almost feel like for those of you that are maybe, where is it at? Yeah, people around you, you know, I don't know. I feel like if you're maybe, like, say you're stuck in a toxic work environment, or you have other people that are kind of giving you your opinion, or you're being met with some type of challenges, right? Maybe it's time to exit, right? Try to remove yourself or get yourself out of that situation, right? And then we have air, and it says, be bold and speak your mind. Expect to receive messages and phone calls. Okay. So yeah, maybe if there is some type of communication that you are you know, speaking your truth, using your voice, right? Finding your voice, speaking up for what you believe in, right? Throat chakra. What is the most important action for pile number 2? And these are going to be, I believe, yeah, the last deck that we're going to use today. What is the most important? Okay, so we have nostalgia. And it says, take time to heal and let go of the past so you may embrace this new phase in your life and take that leap forward. Okay. What is the most important action? It says foggy. It says things look a bit foggy now. The truth is being distorted. Proceed with caution until the fog lifts. Okay. To me, that's also about not really having all the answers, right? And a need for moving ahead with trust in your intuition, right? And these clarity will come. We have summer here, and it says, what you seek will find you in the summertime, a time of joy, happiness, adventure, and no hiding. Okay. So maybe some of you making transition during the summer, whenever summer is for you. We also have self-love. It says, awaken the love within you, attune your heart to love, and your energy will connect to the flow of the universe. Okay. So, expansion at the bottom, you're dissolving your limitations and making great progress, reaching new heights of what's possible. Okay. So I'm going to leave it here for you, pile number 2. I hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, pile 3. So those of you that resonated with the Lunar Queen and the Sunstone, this is going to be a reading. So we're just going to move this over here. We're going to look at your tarot first, and our pick a card today topic is, what is the most important action for you to take? So let's see what comes through for you, pile 3. And I will have all of the decks that I'm using today listed in the description box. For the most part, they are from Etsy and Amazon. So pile 3, what is the most important action for you to take? What is the most important action for pile number 3 to take? What is the most important action for pile number 3 to take? Okay, so we do have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Seven of Swords. Okay, we have the Four of Cups. We have the Knight of Wands. So we have Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, Cancer. We have Aries and Sagittarius. What is the most important action for pile number 3 to take? We have Justice. We have the Five of Wands. We have the Nine of Wands. I love how this matches your sunstone. So beautiful. Let's see. What is the most important action for pile number 3 to take? Okay, and then we have the Tower. So I'm going to move this a little bit. Okay. And I'm seeing that we do have the 5 of Pentacles at the bottom, which I feel fits in this. Okay, so the big thing that I'm noticing here, the major arcana that you have is the Tower, the Justice card, and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, the Tower energy is speaking about a need for release, a need for shifting, something changing. The Tower can be, you know, an epiphany, a realization. It can be an unexpected change or shift. And that could be something that happens internally, or it can even be something that's external, like in our environment, right? Something that we're letting go of. Whether it's a relationship, a friendship, a job, something that is no longer a fit, okay? It could be a mindset that we need to release. And because I'm seeing the 7 of Swords, the 5 of Wands, maybe even the 4 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles. The 5 of Pentacles is scarcity mindset, lack mentality. This is, you know, limiting beliefs that we're holding on to that are challenging us. And that is that need for release of that. With the 7 of Swords, the 7 of Swords, I feel like in this case could be, you know, are you keeping yourself stuck in an illusion, right? An illusion of this lack. I'm seeing that you do have the 4 of Cups energy here. So the 4 of Cups can literally be when we are feeling unhappy, we're feeling discontent. We feel unstable emotionally. We feel like our emotional needs are not being met. And the 7 of Swords that can lead to us having scattered thinking or making decisions quickly without thinking about how they're going to impact our life, right? So justice is about us thinking about our choices, because justice is karma. It's thinking about the cause and effect based off of those choices and decisions that we've made. Have they led us to a place where we have felt unhappy, discontent with our life, right? So justice is also about learning from those experiences, right? And being able to make different choices moving forward, right? So yeah, I'm seeing the need with the Tower energy here to release the lack mindset, the lack mentality, right? I'm seeing the Page of Swords underneath that too. So this can also be changing the way that you think, right? Changing your thoughts, working on elevating your whole thought process, right? The way that the beliefs that we're holding on to that are creating limitations, okay? The 5 of Wands can speak about us having inner conflict, conflicting thoughts, right? The 7 of Swords, that is like very scattered, right? It can also be that there's certain choices or decisions that we're avoiding, we're running away from, we're running from ourselves. We're keeping ourselves stuck in an illusion that we are tied into challenge and, you know, self-limiting beliefs that are blocking us from being able to have something that we truly want, okay? So the Knight of Wands energy is an extension of our spiritual energy. This is about us pursuing our passions, our dreams, our goals, our desires, putting forth our energy with focused intention towards something that we want, right? Justice is also about you making choices to serve your highest good, okay? To serve your highest good. And with the 4 of Cups energy here, this can sometimes be when we feel bored, we feel apathetic, we feel disinterested, right, in the opportunities that are surrounding us. And we have a blind spot. There's something that we're not seeing, right? And it could be that we're caught up in an illusion, right, of lack. The 5 of Pentacles is a feeling of despair, a feeling that this is the poverty mindset. Right? It could be like if we're struggling, if we don't have a job and we feel like, okay, there's nothing that I can do to fix this situation, right? This is Spirit here with the Tower energy is about a need for releasing I feel like that mindset. And it can be about you bringing your own energy, your own emotions into balance, right? The Wheel of Fortune energy is about the cycles of life, the ups, the downs that we go through, right? The Wheel of Fortune is something that is outside of our control. Okay? This is fate. This is destiny. This is the wheel of karma, right? We don't know what life is going to bring to us. We have some form of control with the decisions and choices that we make, right? And sometimes the decisions can be bad ones and can lead us to a place where we feel unhappy, right? But all we can do is really learn from those, right? Learn from our past behaviors, learn from our past way of thinking that has led us to this place where we feel unhappy, right? The Wheel of Fortune is about surrendering. It's about not trying to force, not trying to control, right? It's about you going with the flow of life, right? Sometimes we are dealt a bad hand, and sometimes we have a positive, right, flow of energy that kind of comes into our life. Okay. I'm also noticing that we do have the Nine of Wands energy here too. And the Nine of Wands we can feel very wounded. We can feel very challenged. We can feel that we have gone through a lot, or that we have, are putting ourselves under a lot of stress, or even taking on a lot of responsibility, right? But the Nine of Wands is also telling us that we are resilient. We are resilient, right? So if you look at her, how she's sitting in between these wands and how she's really working towards grounding herself and her energy and aligning with spirit, right? So to me, that Tower energy is a need for release, right? Of things that, and to me, a lot of this is the mentality, is the mindset, right? Knowing that we can create change, right? If we're feeling bored, disinterested, the Four of Cups is about taking us, Spirit offering us certain things, right? Opportunities that are coming into our life, but we could be either not noticing at all, not seeing the beauty of life and opportunities that are surrounding us, right? The Four of Cups is when we feel sorry for ourselves. We're sulking, we're just feeling really sad, or, just, like I said, unhappy, right? But with that Knight of Wands energy, this is giving you the power to go with the flow, right? And to not allow yourself to, and it's hard, I get that, right? Especially if you're dealing with struggles financially, or, there are certain things that are kind of taking place in your life, but we also have to take accountability, right? For the decisions that we've made, right? And learn from them. That, like I said, that's all we can really do, right? But the Knight of Wands is a very beautiful energy of being able to pursue, right? Focused intention towards creating, manifesting, following that creative energy, okay? So what I am seeing here is that this is spirit, as far as your important action you're needing to take. First off is the release, right, of this Five of Pentacles, okay? Maybe the Five of Wands, the Four of Cups, right? We can create change. We can manifest change. If we've gone through something very challenging or even very painful, again, this is spirit saying you are resilient, right? The Nine of Wands is also about uncharted territory. So for some of you, creating change, manifesting change, pursuing dreams and goals could be something that is also scary, right? Feeling in this Five of Pentacles energy, self-limiting beliefs that I can't do this, or I can't make this happen, or this isn't going to happen for me, and just kind of accepting that, right? But that Wheel of Fortune is also about you understanding that things won't always, right, remain that way. But we do have to put forth the energy towards creating a different energy, right? Changing the dynamic that we're headed towards if we're not happy with it, okay? So I do want to look into this energy a little bit, but justice is also about balance. It's about us finding balance from within. It's about us weighing our options with when we're making certain choices and decisions. So let's see here. What is this Tower energy? Right? The Tower can sometimes be like a huge wake-up call for us, right? Of a need for letting go of a certain mentality or a certain, you know, situation. To me, though, looking at this, this looks more or less like this is something that's happening internally. Okay? Something that you do have the power to change. Why is the Tower energy here? Two of Pentacles, okay? Two of Pentacles is also about priorities, right? Getting our priorities in order. It's about weighing our options, making choices, decisions, keeping our life in balance, okay? Taking accountability, like I said, responsibility. Why is the Tower here? Four of Pentacles, okay? Four of Pentacles can be fear, right? We stay in the comfort zone. It can be us holding on to something for fear of taking a risk. For some of you, this is the Four of Pentacles leading into the Five of Pentacles is that scarcity mindset, the scarcity mentality, right? This can also be clinging on to things that are not really meant for us. Okay, so there's a need for release. Why is the Tower energy here? Three of Swords. Okay. Now, for some of you, this could be heartache, pain, right? Some type of suffering, you know? Maybe for some of you, it is victim mentality, right? That needs to be released. Victim mentality, mindset, heartache, pain, suffering, that is leading to that unhappiness, right? Again, Knight of Wands, you have the power to change it. Wheel of Fortune, right? Look at this, in this Wheel of Fortune here, there's this new door, right? A path is leading to a difference, right? So this can be letting this energy go, right? We have the Star at the bottom, healing, changing and shifting into a mindset that is more optimistic, having trust, having faith, belief that you can change your reality, that you can manifest your wishes, your dreams, right? Letting go. Let's see what this Three of Swords is here. Maybe for some of you, it's a love interest, right? Let's see what this is. Why is the Three of Swords here? We do have Leo and Sagittarius, Libra, Aries, and Scorpio. Why is the Three of Swords here? Ace of Pentacles. This is a new beginning, a new opportunity, right? The Spirit is trying to bring. Ten of Wands. This is the need for releasing the burdens, the heaviness, right? That you're holding on to. The baggage from the past, right? The baggage from the past. And a need for releasing that. Okay, so let's see why this Wheel of Fortune is here. We have Ace of Swords, which is clarity. Okay, a breakthrough for you. Six of Swords, okay? For some of you, that can be travel. It could be moving on from something, letting something go. Okay? Doesn't always have to be something external to you. To me, like I said, a lot of this energy seems internal. Something that needs to change within you. Things that you're needing to release. Okay? The Six of Swords is a card of transition. Right? In order for us to transition into a phase of our life that is more calm, that is more peaceful, that is more enjoyable, we have to let things go. Right? To me, it could even be indecision, clinging on to things that are not really meant for us, staying in the comfort zone, settling, scarcity mindset, holding on to pain, burdens, heaviness, of the past, right? And not releasing it, not letting that go. Okay, so let's actually look at the Four of Cups, and then we're going to move on to our rest of our oracle cards. So let's see, what is this Four of Cups energy? Four of Swords. So that is the need for stillness, calm, reflection, quiet. Okay, so that you can think, right? Away from that Seven of Swords energy, scattered, right? Certain fears. Okay, so let's get one more. Why is the Four of Cups here? It's a need for rest, right? Why is the Four of Cups here? Look at that, Seven of Swords again, right? So again, to me, it's kind of like there's something that you're avoiding. Is there scattered thinking? Are there subconscious fears? Are you keeping yourself stuck in an illusion of lack, of emptiness, of void? Like I said, to me, for some of you, it is the victim mentality that you're needing to release. Okay? Why is the Four of Cups here? Page of Pentacles, okay? That is creating a new beginning, a new start, planting the seed for something new. And in order for us to get there, right, we have to bring our mind to a state of calm, of peace, meditation, reflection, quiet, right? That Knight of Wands is your spiritual creative energy. You have the power to create. The Page of Pentacles is your soul's eagerness to start or begin or plant the seed for something new, right? Your Ace of Pentacles is right there. Okay, so let's and I feel like if you are someone who's trying to work on certain things and they just kind of weren't going your way, right? The Three of Swords, maybe there is feeling heartache, right, over that. Some type of loss that you've experienced with the Three of Swords. Okay. So let's go into, actually, let's start with this one here. You've got your Lunar Queen, she of the Celestial Crescent. So we'll kind of see how this is playing into your reading. And this is from the Isis Oracle. So I'm going to read a little bit about what this message is about for you guys and see. So it says, there is a deep feminine wisdom that recognizes the importance of cycles of rest and replenishment as essential balancing to our actions of power and demonstration. I love that because you guys have the, what is this again? Well, the Wheel of Fortune, right, which is about cycles. And then you have Justice, which is about balance, right? Cycles of balance here. And you have Rest with your Four of Swords. Okay, so it's essential balancing to our actions of power and demonstration. It says you are asked to allow this replenishment for yourself now, trusting that you are in a cycle of creation that is about to shift into a new phase. Release and enjoy the process without having to control or force it, right? That's what I was talking about earlier. Surrender. It says Isis, as Lunar Queen, understands the cycles of creative power and flow. Sometimes it can be hard to let go of a desire to force, control, and make things happen. To exert might and will power to bring what you wish for into being by sheer determination, exertion, and force. Yet the vast creative power of the feminine principle is in honoring and flowing with cycles of activity and rest, of releasing force and surrendering to the perfection of what is happening right now. Realizing that this actually brings us divine manifestation and creation more effortlessly and gracefully and to greater effort. It says the celestial crescent is the moon in her changing form. This oracle comes to you at a time when you are shifting from one phase in your spiritual and creative journey into a new phase. There's your transition right there. This is a time to pay deep attention to the messages of your body and allow them to guide you. Do you need to balance your activity with more rest? Do you need to be actively creating? And this also makes me think about your Two of Pentacles and your Ten of Wands. Okay. Because the Two of Pentacles is about balance, priorities, right? And the Ten of Wands can literally be you doing too much, right? Maybe you are someone who works really crazy hours. Like, you know, the Ten of Wands can be when we feel overwhelmed. We're taking on a lot of responsibility, right? Maybe this is a need, like where Spirit is saying here, to rest, right? Maybe you've been holding on to this for a long time, like stressing yourself out, right? Maybe some of you that go to work and school and then family, you know, it's a lot, right? And kind of holding on to this, like trying to maintain and juggle. That's what this Two of Pentacles is, juggling, right? Juggling all of these responsibilities, all of these things that you have on your plate. And it's like you're holding on to it because you don't want to lose, right? The Four of Pentacles is a fear of loss, right? Even though with the Three of Swords, this is probably breaking your heart, breaking your heart, pile 3, that you have to do all of this. And it's like Spirit's saying, let this go so we can replace it with this Ace of Pentacles, a new start, a new beginning. It's time to rest, right? The Ten of Wands can lead to burnout, right? Breakdown with the Tower, right? For some of you, it's just like, I'm doing all of these things and this is not making me happy, right? So let's see here. It says, do you need to balance out your activity with more rest? Do you need to be actively creating, but from a more relaxed and allowing rather than demanding or forceful mental state? Or is it a time for you to spring into action once more? Has the time come to take a step forward? Pay attention to any other card that you draw with the Lunar Queen. We've only got one of them. To more fully understand which phase is most appropriate for you now. These cards will help you to connect with your inner wisdom and your guidance of your own body. Wisdom for the greatest timing and unfoldment of your manifestation. Remember, sometimes more time in the oven prevents an undercooked meal. Sometimes we just need to wait a little longer. Okay, so let's look at the rest of these oracles here and see what else is coming through for you. Yeah, so maybe some of you, this is, right? A need to find more balance, a need to change things up. Right? Maybe some of you are kind of doing so much because you're afraid of not having money, right? Afraid of losing something, right? Not being able to afford a place to live or food or, you know, just basic needs being met, right? So let's see here. What is the most important action for pile number 3 to take? We have rest. Look at that. Again, another message for you. Rest, renew, recharge. What does your body crave and need right now? That's self-care, right? That is self-care. Some of you maybe like way too much. Your purpose is personal expansion. How can you be more intentional with your choices and live with more purpose, right? Do the choices that you make in your life, do they feed your soul or do they feed your ego? Right? Take some time to think about that. Let's see here. Let's actually move these up here. What is the most important action for pile number 3 to take? Right? You're making decisions with intention, with focus, right? So we're not ending up in that 4 of Cups, unhappy. Okay. That time to rest will be like, okay, what can I release? What can I let go of? Right? If all of these things that I'm holding on to are creating stress and burnout and fatigue and feeling just, I'm at my limits, my final straw. I cannot possibly keep going on like this, right? What is the most important action for pile number 3 to take? Something's got to give, right? We have resolution here, right? Which to me is you finding solutions, right? You being creative enough to find a way, right? We have teachers here. So some of you, this can even be connecting with a mentor, somebody who may be able to give you some type of guidance, wisdom. To me, you are your own teacher too, right? You have an intuition. This is about you being more in tune with that. You hold the knowledge and the wisdom within yourself, right? Your soul knows what it's meant to do, who it's meant to become, where it's guiding you and leading you on your path. Maybe that rest, just like she's doing here, right? Maybe that rest is something that you need to find those answers from within the self so that you are able to find some type of resolution, right? To finding more happiness, more balance within your life, okay? What is the most important action for pile 3 to take? We have ready, and it says ready to do something. An opportunity is ripe. Now is the time. We have closing here, come to the end of a phase, the conclusion of something, and also completing a cycle. We also have transformation, undergoing a dramatic change, separation from the old life, and dying to the false self. Okay. We have drastic changes, destruction of the old, an unpleasant surprise, and a wake-up call. That's the Tower. Right? This is basically Spirit saying here, whatever this is that you're doing with this 10 of Wands, this has to stop, right? Basically, this has to stop. You can't keep doing this to yourself, especially for those of you that are just like doing way too much, right? The Tower can bring in upheaval, chaos, destruction, right? Us trying to hold on to something and we just can't, right? Maybe that huge shift or that change, that Tower moment can be super uncomfortable, right? We're forced to change. We're forced to shift. Sometimes Spirit will give us, messages to say, okay, we have to change this. We have to change this. And it's like we keep going on and on and on and holding on to it, right? This 4 of Pentacles, until the universe steps in, throws in a Tower moment. And it's like, if you don't release this, we're going to make you release it, right? This is like, yeah, like outside of our control, Tower energy. Okay. Let's see here, right? Almost like sit down or we're going to make you sit down, you know? And it's not going to be pleasant, right? With the Tower energy. It's not pleasant. What is the most important action for pile number 3 to take? We have the Curio, and it says, remain curious. All the magic lies in things you have yet to understand. We have Tarot. Look at that. There are no wrong or right answers. Listen to your intuition. Right? Listen to your intuition. We have trust the magic of beginnings and never fear being a beginner, right? Starting over, starting something new, right? You are your biggest critic, right? We have don't surround yourself with drama and gossip. No secret is safe, right? So that can also be not gossiping, not telling people all of your plans and all of your business and, you know, or people who create drama in your life. Or if you create drama in your life, don't be that person either. What is the most important action? Right? Because that 4 of Cups, like I said, we can be feeling sorry for ourselves. We can be telling people, other people, like, I don't like this. I don't like my life, but it's like, okay, what are we doing? What are we changing? Right? What's next? Let's not sit in that Four of Cups energy, right? Let's change it. Let's change it. What is the most important action for pile number 3 to take? We have, there's no existing blockages. You're protected from all harm. Okay. Well, I am seeing blockages here. Okay. With the, and I don't know, maybe some of you are going through that Tower energy right now where you're able to kind of release the Five of Pentacles. Okay. Maybe these are things that you're, as you are releasing this, maybe this is going to help you to remove the existing blockages. That's the way that I look at that. Right. Because that Four of Cups, the Five of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, I don't know, because also the Five of Wands is not just about challenges, it's about competition, right? So you may have like this super competitive spirit of like, go, 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 and just keep going and going and going until you run yourself into the ground. And that is not making you happy either, right? So let's see here. We have spiritual business. And it says you're being supported in your career. There's a career change approaching. Okay, so for some of you, maybe some of you are spiritual businesses. But for others of you, just kind of think of that as general, right? General, your business, your career. What is the most important action for pile number 3? We have a scattered mind is powerless, right? Seven of Swords. Feed your mind positive thoughts. That was your Seven of Swords. You had what come out twice. Okay? The scattered thinking isn't going to help us. Okay? So this is your last messages, pile number 3. What is the most important action for you to take? First off, it's take a rest, right? Take a rest. Especially those of you that are just like, a need for finding more balance in your life. We have Frozen. It says stagnation will soon pass. Use it as a vehicle for self-development and increase your personal power, right? So during this time, and I feel like I've said this before with a different card though, but whenever there are these times that we find that things are not really shifting or changing, right? And there's a pause. Use that time wisely, right? Use that time wisely to work on yourself or to, you know, we have self-development here, right? Increasing your personal power. We have happiness, and it says positive energy is flowing around you and within you. Stay optimistic. There's a lot of good coming your way, right? We just have to be open to pursuit, right? With the Knight of Wands. We have frenemies. Be careful who you listen to and what you share, right? We had another gossip here. Don't surround yourself with drama and gossip. No secret is safe. So some of you may have some people that are acting like your friends, but they're really not. Not everyone has your best interest at heart. Okay. So last one, it says say no. Say no. Say no to toxic connections. Say no to tainted offers and any influences around you that are harmful. Okay. So I'm going to leave it here for you. Pile number 3. I hope that this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading.